Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I thought I would do something a little bit different and show you just some fun and different ways to decorate your envelopes. I always say it, I do a lot of time making the card. I think it's really nice to have a nice envelope to go with it as well. So I've already actually started sealing my Christmas cards. So I'm being very, very organised this year because last year was a big rush for me. So this year I promised myself that I would be more organised. So I've already done these three here and you'll see they've just got these nice stamps. They've got these, well, sticker stamps. Then they've got these stamps here. They've got wax seals on the back. This one here I've done some embossing. This one here I've added some ribbon. So I do have a tutorial where I sealed last year's Christmas cards and I've done them all kind of like this, so I will link that video. But I've just launched this new product here which will allow you to do all these things and some more new wax seals, so I thought we'd do some more, use those again, and I would just use some of these products. So I've got my Christmas stamp set, I've got an all occasions stamp set here, so you can see all those fun designs there on the front. I've got this washi sheet here, which has got all these strips here, these stickers, and then you've got your Christmas sticker pack and your all occasion sticker pack. There's 5 in each pack. I'll show you them as we go because I'm going to be using a lot of them. I've got a load more samples here as well, showing you the different designs. There's some Easter ones. I've got a football one there, that's part of the sports sheet. Valentine's, love, you can see the washi strip there. Florals, this is a Christmas one and another Easter one there. I've done this one which worked really well. If you remember this card that I made, the camping card, I've now got the stamps to perfectly match on the envelope, so I put that one together. And this one here, oh, it was that card, the flip card, the floral one, so I've just added the floral design there with the happy birthday wax seal. You've got this one here, I was just playing around. So we're going to do more of that on Christmas cards. I've got loads here, so I'm going to be writing them out. I'm not going to let you see, once I put them in the envelope, you won't see, because I don't want the person who may be watching, because lots of these are for my crafty friends, so I don't want them to see the card that I've sent them. But I've got those cards there. I've also just put together these little sheets here. These are the new mixes of wax beads that I've got. I've got my goodies, I call them. I have them all in here. So you can see I've got all of my wax seals, all of my bead pots, and these are all ones that I've pre-made because you can make them ahead of time. I've got my cooling plate here, so you can make them beforehand, and then I've just popped little stickers. Oh no, not on that one. Here we go. This one here. Oh, I've got a little sticker on the back, so you can just pop it on your cards, use as embellishments, things like this. I've made little gift tags. So yeah, I like to keep mine. Oh, it's all coming apart a bit, but I've showed this before. I just like having it all in one place. It just makes it really easy to keep everything organised. So yeah, Christmas mix, candy mix and spice mix. I'm going to actually do a fun technique here where you layer different wax beads. So you can see I've got the red star on the white. I'm going to probably reverse that and do the red with the white star, but I might do the writing in a different colour as well. So I'm going to play around with that. Some of it will, I'll speed it up because I think it's pretty obvious what I'm doing. You don't need me to talk through it all. But I thought it would be nice to have this all in a video so you've got it as a reference. So envelope here. So these are all going to be, I think they're all Christmas. So I'll be using the Christmas stamp set. But this one here, you've got your Father's Day. You've got February the 14th, so Valentine's, Mother's Day, Happy Easter, Easter Sunday. You've got the plain one here, along with these ones. You've got a little tree there with December 25th, airmail, Happy New Year, the plain, all these bits here as well, Happy Holidays. It's a really nice set. And then this one here, it is my favourite, I love it. I've wanted one of these for ages. You've got your Santa Claus seal there. 25th of December, North Pole, airmail, delivered by Rudolph, Santa mail, special delivery, Merry Christmas, sleigh mail, North Pole, post office. This one's really nice. It's the one I heat embossed on that other sample on the envelope that I showed you. North Pole, airmail. This one says Santa's airmail, and this one says Merry Christmas. And you've got the little truck there as well. So that's the one I'm going to be using mainly, along with the Christmas sticker stamps, but you do, like I said, have the all occasions. I'll quickly show you just so you can get an overview. So you've got this sheet, got the sports one there, There's your Valentine's, love, wedding. You got wedding postage. I love that one. You got your Easter one there, and then this one. But I had to take the 2 off, which was for the camping one. So those 2 just there were in there as well. So I'm going to use Santa. Make sure my envelope's the right way up. One down there. I think I'm going to use the candy canes as well. I like mixing the sizes like so. Go for those 2, and then I'm going to just use this one all the time. It's definitely going to get overused for this Christmas. Right, ink that up and stamp it over the stamps just to give it that authentic look. Give it a little time to dry over the stickers because they've got that coating, but it does completely dry. And then I'm going to add the sleigh mail one along with this one just there as well. There we go. I think that looks nice. And then we will do some heat embossing. I've always loved the look of envelopes when they've gone through the postal service. I've collected stamps. I have lots of stamps, and that's what I've used in the past on my envelopes. But I thought it'd be really nice to bring out these stickers and this stamp set. Obviously, if you're going to post this, then you would have to pop it in another little envelope, so a little padded envelope or something. But I tend to give a lot of these, I hand deliver them. I just think there's something really nice about having it look like it's gone through the postal service. So I'm just going to wipe this surface. Just be careful of that stamp because it is still drying. And then, pretty happy with that. So I'm going to use a gold embossing powder on this one. I'm just going to get that heat set. Okay, so that's all heat set, and I've popped the card in there as well. And now I'm going to pop a wax seal on the back. So I've just added some beads to my spoon there, and the candle's lit underneath. That will just melt down. And I think I'm going to use what have we got here? I'll just use Merry Christmas on this one. Yeah, because I want to try this one here on another card with the different coloured wax on top. Okay, so my wax is all melted. A little tip as well, make sure you've got a heat gun handy. If you get any air bubbles, you can just blast it quickly and it will pop all of the bubbles. So I'm just going to pour that out. So make sure this is the right way up. Just have a little look there. I've got a few bubbles, so I'm just going to put it on a low heat. And because the wax is already so hot, you know, you're not damaging it in any way. I've showed this before in other videos, but when I finished using that colour, I just scrape out the excess, and then I use these little beads and I call them my starter, and add that, and then usually 4 or 5 beads. I usually tend to use 5 because you'll never pour out all of the wax. So this is, yeah, you keep these bits, don't waste anything. And then any bits like this, just grab some paper towel and you'll be able to just rub all of that off the spoon. Give it a nice good clean, and then just let that cool on the cooling plate. See, it just all comes off really easily. Okay, this looks like it's ready. Should just pop off, and there we've got our lovely wax seal on the back. So I'm now going to add my name. There we go, and add that to my pile. Okay, so the next one we'll do a rectangle one. I'm going to use the washi strips because there's that nice Christmas strip here. You get 4 sheets. This one here just peels off. Place that down, and then if you just flip it over, you'll be able to just take off the excess. Okay, so let's have a little look. Okay, and then let's do the Merry Christmas one here. Do that one a bit higher. There we go. And then I think we'll do the Santa's airmail. See, sometimes, and I know people, sometimes you get them with so many stamps on. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do that one last. Let's use my favourite one. Right on there. Let's do special delivery. Love that one. And then for the wax seal, we'll go for the blue beads. So have I got a starter? See my big orange piece there? I think I changed my mind. That's why that one's so big. I've got a little pink piece there, so that would be my starter if I was using the pink. And I've got a little blue piece. Maybe not. Okay, so I'm going to pop in 6. 1. Let that melt down, and this one I will use the do not open until the 25th. These look really nice on presents. So if you're maybe using some ribbon or some string, you could then pop a wax seal on. Do not open until the 25th. So that's all melted. Again, I've popped my card inside. And then this one, do not open until 25th. Again, any bubbles, I've always got my heat tool here at hand. I can quickly just blast those. So whilst that's drying, again, I can just tip out that wax, and now I've got that little starter bead. Again, once that's ready, just peel it off, and you'll see there, do not open till the 25th. It's one of my favourites. I do really like this one. And again, on the front of this one. Right, so next one, I know who I want to send this one to. So I've got my envelope ready there. And I think I'm going to stamp the... I want to do a few things on this one. So let's stamp this one here. I'm going to stamp in red. Just going around. Just be careful not to push the middle of this stamp, because it's one stamp, it's not just a frame. If this was just a frame, it would be hard to get it into a perfect rectangle, but just be careful because I've got ink in the middle there. So I'm just going to tap just around the edges there. Don't push in the center because you might push some of that color. You can always wipe it away, but there we go. Do that a couple of times. So there's a few things I want to do with this. I'm going to write in the card first because I actually want to put that inside, because I'm going to add some string around this one. I think I'm actually going to use black baker's twine on this one. So I've done this many times, so I like to wrap it around and then cross it over and then tie a bow. Okay, so happy with that. And then again for the stamps, let's go for some darker ones. And then again, let's have a little play with the stamps. I think that's it, because we're going to do the wax seal on the back. So we're going to go back to the Christmas mix again. So I want to have a white envelope with the red. So I want to melt a couple of white beads first. I'm actually going to melt more than I need because I need it to still pour quite easy. So I'm going to pop 4 in, but we'll, you know, scrape out the excess. So 4 white beads, just let those melt down. You need some kind of spatula. I've got this metal one here, and you need to act quite fast. I'm just going to add a little of the, I'll keep it on there actually, and then you just want to spread that out. So I'm just kind of pushing it down into there like so. And now what you want to do is scrape away the excess. Now it might pop out, so I'm just kind of holding it there. This one's actually feels like it is staying where I want it to. There we go. If you get any big bits, you can always just pop those back in again. So now I've got my white envelope that's stayed in place. Then I'm now going to pour out the rest of this, because I'll save that, so that will all go back in my pot again. And then I'm going to melt down the red. So if you're wondering why the plane's just been added. I actually dripped a little bit of white wax there and it left a little bit of a stain, so I've just popped that there. So I think it works. Okay, so we've got our wax. Make sure this is the right way up. And again, I've only got one go at this. And the idea is that it will all melt again together and it will attach the white envelope. Again, I'm just going to get rid of those bubbles. Okay, I'll bring this up just so you can see the genuine reveal. Yay! North Pole Postal Service. How cute is that? It's such a clever technique. I do want to try it so that I have a different colour in the envelope, a different colour in the words, and then a different colour on the main wax seal. But I think that looks really good. So this one is going to blue. So we'll do one more and I will use, let's have a little look. Let's use this one here at the bottom. You could have this running down the side if you want. I'm just going to place that one down there. And then again, we're just going to go mad with all of the stamps here. So got to use my favourite one. And then in that extra set here, because you do have some Christmas ones in here, but this one's quite nice. This one just gives you a nice, you can frame the envelope with it, but it's also just a nice kind of straight line to write the name above. Try and get this straight. Again, I'm not looking for perfect. So we need another one. Let's pop this one here. The Merry Christmas one. Let's have that one just there. And then another thing you can do, so it looks like you've got two like franked stamps, is this one. You can join it up and have it coming off the edge. There we go. How cool is that? I'm going to use the candy mix for this one. So I've got my starter bead and then 5. Okay, so that's all ready. So again, pull that on. And I'm going to use just the Merry Christmas for this one. Okay, and then again, if I bring them up, it's a bit nicer for you to see the reveal. There we go, Merry Christmas. Another nice thing you can do is just use a metallic marker and just go over any of the detail. You could go over all of the writing if you wanted to. I've just gone over the star there. I think that's quite a nice touch. So if you don't want to do that layered wax that I showed before, you can do that and that looks just as nice as well. This one's going to Mary. And then for the last one, I want to use the hot pink. So from the candy mix. Now what you can do, what I might actually do is mix a couple. So I'm going to use my starter bead. So I'm going to do 3 of the hot pink and then 2 of the lighter pink, which I think will look quite nice. Put that one in there now. And then let's see, what sentiment should we do? Merry Christmas. Let's have do not open. So with this one, I think I want to use some organza ribbon across and we'll do something decorative. So let's stamp it first. So you can see now where they're melting. You can mix these, but I just leave it, and then when I pour it, I move the spoon, so that kind of mixes it. So I'm going to do, if you fold it across one corner, come up one side, up the other. There we go. Yes, I think this is going to work. Thinking of maybe pouring the wax seal over that end there. Let's just trim this away because I quite like that. Yeah, let's try this. Okay, and again, carefully take that off. Oh, I do love it over the ribbon. See how that would look lovely on a present, you know, if you've wrapped it with the ribbon around. Colours probably clash a little bit on that one, but I still think it's a really fun envelope. And again, if you wanted to, I'm not going to on this one, but you could add, I've got these here, they're just metallic markers. These are Dovecraft, but you could, you know, just go over the writing there, but I think that looks quite nice, and you can see that kind of marbled effect with the different pinks. And that one is for Gillian. So I've still got lots and lots of cards to write and to pop in the envelopes, but hopefully this has given you some inspiration. You have enjoyed watching me put these ones together. Put that one in there. I've got this one here as well, where I turned it into a tag, used the ribbon around it. I'm not sure if I showed that one. I think I did. Yeah. So I know some of you will see this, and yeah, who knows, maybe one of these is going to you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and just a fun way to use these new stamps, washi, stickers, the wax seals, the new bead mixes, so the candy mix, Christmas mix and the spice mix. As always, everything that I use is always linked in the description box below the video. I will also be doing demos on Craft Stash Facebook page, and there is also a video over on the Craft Stash YouTube channel, plus all the inspiration here. I'll also have the other video that I did with the launch, when we launched the oven and the spoon, the cooling plate. I did another tutorial showing you different ways to use the wax beads and decorate some envelopes that way as well. If you've enjoyed today, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so. And I'll be back again very soon. Take care. Bye.